Look, I don't really know what I'm doing here because my job usually is to tell you whether a film is worth watching. But in the case of part two of two Wicked films, I don't. I'm not going to pause a film halfway through and go, "Oh, do you want to watch the second half?" Like most of you have already decided. Even though this audience is so massive, I think the audience for a review, a non-spoiler review, is quite small. So, but I'll commence anyway. The first thing I want to say about this film is people were talking about the press tour and how unbearable Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo have been because they've been tearing up after each interview because they've been so moved by the whole experience. And you know what? I don't blame them because I was hit in the feels during this film. I mean, not the whole way through. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to confirm the rumours that this is not quite the same quality as the first part. Maybe that's just the task, because in the first film, I think it had a lot more freedom to do what it wanted to do, and whereas the second part was sort of just arranging the chess pieces for part two, and the appearance of Dorothy and the transition into the Wizard of Oz narrative, I suppose. However, you see, I was sitting there, and you know what? I was impacted by certain moments between these two characters because it was a very mature storyline, a very clever idea in its whole concept across the two films. The idea that you have this classic, a tale of good and evil, and you just kind of frame it slightly differently, you add some scenes, and suddenly it's actually about it's kind of like the end of The Dark Knight where they go, oh, what about maybe we need to keep the idea of bad so we can have truly good? Um, so that was a very interesting idea, which has been done before, but do it again. It was very good the first time. The bottom line is that this film in its entirety, and it was a shorter film, but for 2 hours or so, I kind of was sitting there thinking, I am a little bit underwhelmed. But there were moments like it's still grandiose, it's still large scale, and you still get these moments. And I did come away from the film like shuddering, like I was shooketh, for want of a better term. And you know what? I feel like if you come away from a theatre experience feeling like that, it's enough. I think it's enough. And there are going to be super fans of the Wicked. I mean, even if it's just the first film, but also fans of the stage show, which are going to be they are going to be altered after watching this film, and they are going to be so excited. And you know what? That's what cinema is all about. So I really can't hate it.